What is up, YouTube? It is your boy Chad here from Puma. Plow plays some more Farming Simulator 25 back on Iowa Plains View. Let's get to it. All right, so I said the other day I might cut down a few trees. Catching up on some YouTube, and I caught up on Cole the Carnstar's videos. I was 3 videos behind on his house project, so I caught up on that last night. And the whole time I was watching those videos, listening to mostly, I made a little dent in the woods here. Maybe just a little bit of a dent in the woods. So I cut down a lot of trees last night. I have no idea how many, but yeah, we might have cut down a few trees, you know. Just a smidge, yeah, just you know, a couple of trees, like nothing crazy, you know, like, come on. I wasn't gonna do any logging on this map, just remember that. No logging, no animals. Here we are, we have animals and we've been doing logging now. Adam, it's going, how are you? What's poppin'? So it's kind of funny if you ask me, you know. It's kind of funny in a way. It's like I wasn't gonna do this, I wasn't gonna have animals, and here we are, chopping the world down. But that's okay. So I decided to stay like on this side of the little stream, the little creek, if you will. Say, please get the one that's like in front of me, that's like actually in my way. All right. Oh, by the way, so Tomcat, what do you think of the tree farm? It's kind of ugly, right? It's a John build. So what is red flag alert? Whoa, Belks, Jesus, no. No red flag warning is red flag is like for fires. You're not supposed to have any fires, and like the risk of wildfires or fires getting out of hand is very great. It's dry in those places, and the winds are cranked up. That's what red flag is. Did we get enough gunpowder? Well, you know what's funny about that, Mr. Bear? Hello. The other day I AFK'd up there, and then I went down and checked, and there was no gunpowder, like shulker boxes, and I was like, oh, somebody must have taken them. Well, then I got looking a little bit. The shulker box filler was broken, so I had to perform surgery on the shulker box loader. So I don't know how much gunpowder we actually just threw away the other day when I was AFK, like overnight. So. But once I got it going, it's working fine now. So the good thing is we have gunpowder for a while, so I don't have to AFK up there anymore. So yeah, bet that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, but no, it was the whole system was broken and backed up, and throwing gunpowder into lava. So that was not good. We do have a rocket problem on there, but like I'm just as guilty, so I'm not like, it's fine. It's hilarious is what it is, but that's whatever. We basically have an endless supply, so who cares? It's all good. All right, come on, auto load. Oh, so by the way, chat, if we pull up the old shift tab, I thought I took a second screenshot. Yeah, I don't know. You can just, there's logs everywhere. Like, it's just everywhere. Oh, I cut a few trees down, then I hauled them in. Then after that, I just kept cutting. So we abused the rock. I mean, yeah. It happens, Gimme, but whatever. It's okay. If we didn't have like farms for all of it, I would be kind of annoyed. But since we have farms, it's like not a big deal. You're using the autocrafter like a pro. Are you really, Bear? Let's go. Let's go. Farmer Hannah, what's up? Oh man. St. Louis is not in the red flag warning. The next county over is though. So apparently there's no fire risk in St. Louis. Also, it rained in St. Louis this morning, so I'm assuming that's why there's no fire risk in the St. Louis like county area. So yeah. That leg's hard when you do that, by the way. Well, yeah, no. I'm gonna tell my dad that one later. He'll laugh at it. But anyway, we made quite a dent in the woods. I'm pretty happy with this. This is good. This should get us enough firewood for a while in here, I guess. I haven't not actually hauled any of the firewood yet. Why are we not picking that one up? Autoload said no. I said no. That's twice I've tried that same one. I won't pick it up. I know the branches on it don't matter, so I don't know what's going on there. Oh, I guess tonight after stream, my homework is gonna be. It's all homework, actually. Now that I think about it, so I work from home, therefore it's all homework. My homework is going to be to come up with whatever we're doing for the guts of a train station, I guess. The other thing I want to come up with, and I'm looking for input, mostly tomorrow when we're in Minecraft, the tic-tac-toe board. I want to cover the entire build in something. I'm kind of thinking like a giant... like a warehouse look almost, with like your beams that come up and then like a roof, kind of a not super, maybe I don't want to say a flat roof, but I'm not sure. I don't want to make it like a hoop house like the kelp farms, but something involving a lot of glass though, of course. I don't know what's up with this trailer. Sometimes it puts logs on I don't know why it does that. But yeah, I want to come up with something to cover the whole thing. Frame timber. I don't know. Yeah, we gotta come up with something though. That's all I know. Gotta come up with something. What? You talking about an ocelot or not an ocelot? What's those things called? I don't know what those things are called. What are those things called? The things in the Lush game? Oxalotls? Is that what they are? I was way off probably. I don't know what they are. Mr. Unicus, what's up? All right, it's gonna pick this tree up this time, Chad. I just actually it's probably not since I parked on it. Dang it. Why? Oranges. I prefer peaches. Billions of peaches. Is this tree just too long? Oh, that's probably what it is, yeah. I wonder, I don't know what happened with that one. If it like fell out of my... If it fell out of my, my grapple on the processor, I don't know what happened with it. They eat fish like we drink water. All right. That sounds, I mean, at least for me, I don't know about y'all, but that'd be a lot of darn fish. I drink a lot of water. Wowzers. They kill lakes. Well, I think in Minecraft it'd be okay though. Axolotl. That's the one. The axolotl. Man, did you see that guy Axe over there? He waddles. Okay. Anyway. Man. There's so many trees, chat. So many trees. I kind of... yeah. So apparently this was three Cold the Cornstarved videos worth of trees. That's what this was. So there's that. You watched the Minecraft movie? Kimmy, did you trash your apartment when they said chicken jockey? Because if not, you didn't have the full experience. Yeah. Camaro King, it's going, man. How you doing today? If you didn't trash your apartment, you didn't have the full experience, okay? So better watch it again, and when they say chicken jockey, you gotta freak out. Okay? I have not seen the Minecraft movie, actually. I was just thinking about that. No. It's Jack Black. I'm not a big Jack Black guy, so therefore I have not seen it. So yeah. Now you want to go to a woodland mansion? I think we're going there tomorrow. Actual, like, low key for realsies, dog. Dan found one the other day. And we'll go to it at some point tomorrow when Dan's around. I think. So yeah. But it was funny. Gotcha. Maybe I should give it a try. Maybe. Chicken jockey. Anyway, that's about all I know from that entire movie. And how everybody like trashed the I was gonna say the hotels. That's not right. The movie theaters. Yeah, that's the one. The movie theaters. You think I should? Wow. Camaro, I'm cleaning up from logging from last night. I was in here last night watching YouTube and just blowing through the trees, you know? You haven't watched it yet? Gotcha. I might do a few more. We're going to see where we're at. We had 225,000 before that trailer load, so 256,000 chat. We got lured in, no doors, and yes, he did. Yeah. So, I mean, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So it's a 1-to-1 to firewood. So that means we'll have 200 and, well, shoot, you know, 70, whatever, 75,000, 80,000. Oh, that's a lot. We're gonna have a lot of firewood. So I'm gonna not cut any more trees down right now. I was on the fence about if I was gonna cut more down, but since we have that much firewood, I don't think I need to cut any more down, right? Or we're gonna have, that's a lot of firewood. Because I believe if we look at the oh, that's like full. Oh snap. There's 200. Oh my god. So we need to get that moved. But if you look at this recipe, so it only uses 1 firewood and gives us 45 syrup. So that's not terrible. So I need to go run and grab our flatbed and get our firewood moved. So I don't think we're gonna do any more logging, at least not right now. Maybe later today. I don't know. But that was a pretty good dent in the woods I made yesterday. So hello. There's a bridge there. Pretty happy with that, to be honest. So let's go get some syrup moved. Not syrup. We got to move the sap and the firewood. So let's go grab our trailer from Homestead. And we'll do that. Got lowered in no doors. Exactly, Jeff. Yeah. Yeah, so tomorrow I'd really like to start our train station. I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do yet. I got to come up with some kind of system for the guts. And then I will tell you that I showed Bear how to use my auto crafter. And we made the other night, I don't know what he made yesterday, but the other night we made a couple shulker boxes of rail and a decent amount of powered rail too. So that's good. And then the thing is, we've kind of had a gold issue on the server for a while. But technically with what I was doing before stream today, I've probably fixed that issue. I have made the gold farm AFKable. And you'll just collect items the whole time. So, more testing might need to be done, but I think it's going to work. So, kind of excited about that, to be honest. 3,400 pieces of standard rail. Nice. Very nice. That's awesome. That's actually really good. So, welcome in. What's poppin'? But if that thing's AFKable, I'll AFK it like all night, say tonight or something, and we'll have more gold than we know what to do with tomorrow. So, can we build the rail station out of bricks? I don't have any. That's fine. Yeah. I just need to figure out mechanically what we're gonna do. The rest of it can, yeah. That's. You want to take that on, Kimmy? That's fine. Have fun. I know that's not what you're saying, but yeah, we can build it out of bricks. I don't have a problem with that. Do not have a problem with that at all. That's not where I wanted to turn in, chat. That's to park at the house. And then I'm thinking the farm thing that I do. I want like a copper theme there. So yeah, very much a copper theme. I have heard of Derail Valley. I've played it a few minutes. It's not my cup of tea. I'm a Railroader or Railroads Online kind of guy. Think it would look good, yeah. Brick and like a glass of some kind and whatever else, yeah. I'm on board. I'm on board for whatever, honestly. I don't, where the heck is my flatbed? Oh, you know what? I know where it is. It's over there. Jort, what's going on, man? How you doing today? I know where it is. Old school bus line up the street, chat. What? Brother, thanks for the stream streak. It's going good, man. How are you? Transmitting NASA stuff, is he? What are they doing today, Tomcat? Because I don't have it on either. All good here, George. All good here. Awesome, brother. Awesome. That would be neat, Mario. That could be pretty cool, yeah. I'm on board. Hey, you know what?
Bryla Gaming just resubscribed for 51 months.
Rather, this is a resub for 51. If we're gonna do brick, that means we have to go on a clay gathering mission with a bunch of us. Oh my god, that's a perfect. We can make fortune shovels. We can make fortune shovels. Oh, I'm so on board for this. I'm so on board. Did I see the new flatbed that came out today? I did see this, Jeff. I looked at it briefly in the mod hub earlier. It looks interesting. Holy cow, there's like 1.5 million different configurations. Dang. Okay, I didn't see all that, Jeff. That's awesome. I have to give that one a look. Mostly just because these hazard lights bothered me. Oh, dang. All right, Tomcat. All right, all right. You're not going to be around this weekend. Definitely not. You're not here for Monday either. All right, Mr. Busy Guy. Oh man. Yeah, maybe I'll take a couple of those. You know what? Maybe I'll make some new shovels. Maybe I'll make some new fortune shovels because that would be good for getting clay. Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! Okay. Oh, looking forward to Monday. Should be here. Oh, Bear, I'm taking Monday off, by the way. I won't be here. I'm joking. I'll be here. Oh, man. I might be missing a Saturday coming up soon-ish, like end of the month, but I'm not sure on that yet. Like full transparency, but yeah. Yeah, this flatbed's a mod in the mod hub, Kimmy. It's a decent trailer. I've been using it since Judith, I think. Yeah, Jeff, I was thinking that too, because like with this one, with the axles being all the way back, you gotta have a bigger, you gotta have enough turn room, right? Yeah. So especially for like auto drive, forget it. This trailer, yeah. That could actually help quite a bit. That could help, yeah. You betcha. You downloaded all the mods, but didn't see this one. It's in there. It's in there. Should be. If not, you can go. It's in the mod hub. This trailer's in the mod hub. But yeah. It's all good. Oh man, and then if we're gonna make it out of brick, that means we gotta smelt all the brick, which means we gotta fire up the super smelter. So I'm here for that. Always here for that. So, gotcha. Thanks for the stream streak. Ian, what's going on, man? How you doing today? Yeah, I really don't want this stuff to spawn back here, but it's got to spawn back here, so we're just gonna wait. All right. Oh, chat. I went to a Home Depot yesterday. I don't know if I can post the picture that I took. I have to really look at it first. But when we came out of this Home Depot, there was a Harley Davidson. I don't know what it was. I don't know anything about motorcycles, right? But this Harley was like lime green and black. And it was beautiful. And I even talked to the guy for a minute. Normally I don't say anything to anybody I don't know, right? I'm like, whatever, just stay in my lane. But this guy, we were loading some stuff in the truck, and this guy came out to his Harley, and I'm like, dude, I absolutely love this bike. Like this thing, I'm not a motorcycle guy at all. I don't ever want to ride one. Not about it. I'll never own a motorcycle in my life. But if I did, it would be that bike I saw yesterday. That thing. So the trailer has its own auto load, but I'm not using the auto load from the trailer. I'm using universal auto load, like the separate mod universal auto load. Makes all your in-game trailers or modded trailers auto load, log trailers, everything. It's pretty great. I'll have to look over that picture before I actually post it in the Discord. But man, this motorcycle, goodness. This thing was a thing of beauty. I told the guy, I said, man, I said this. I said your bike is something I would build in Grand Theft Auto. Like if I think I have some motorcycles in Grand Theft Auto, but it was the lime green and black. That's totally what I would do in Grand Theft Auto. And the guy kind of looked at me and he goes, "I've never played that." And I was like, "You're the one person that's never played that game." Like, my dad's never played it. There's other people, but still, it was kind of funny. So, yeah, I was like, "Man, this thing is sick." Sadly, I didn't get to hear it running because he came back out from Home Depot and then like put like his helmet or something and like the thing on the back and then like went back in the store, and I was kind of mad. I wanted to hear it run because Pops was outside when he pulled up and he's like, "You should hear that thing run. It's loud." So I was a little sad I didn't get to hear it run, but that thing was beautiful. Anyway, that's my story about a motorcycle that was, I mean, it was wild. It was just the perfect lime green. So yeah, absolutely perfect. All right, so that was our firewood moved, and then this is the sap. This is the maple sap, and there should be there we go, a lot more. Fire Shadow, what's called up, man? How's the fire near you? I saw your post in Discord yesterday, so that was good that it was staying away, but hopefully it's still staying away, or hopefully it's gone out by now. Hopefully. All right, so let's do this. Now this part I know I can put on distributing, and I probably will eventually, but it's not hard to pull up and back up, you know. It's not difficult at all. Now the only thing is here, this only holds 100,000, right? And this has a lot more than that. So can we sell that? Can we sell the maple? I don't actually know if we can sell that. It looks like we could sell that. We're not gonna sell it on the train. I'll tell you that right now. Okay, that's not gonna happen. But we can sell it and then put it to distributing after that. How about that? I think that's what we'll do, chat. I think the fire's out or under control. Glad to hear that, Fire Shadow. I'm doing all right today. I had one of the worst nights of sleep I think I've ever had in my entire life. And mostly it was because it was too hot in our house. I finally said F it, and at 6:30 this morning I opened a window. It was in the 40s outside at the time. But it was so hot in our house, I couldn't stand it. Anyway, that was my morning, but we're thriving and vibing, you know? Trying to. It's not easy when you don't get decent sleep, you know? Just saying. It was so hot, man. I mean, it was torture in our house this morning. 6:30 this morning, I woke up and I was just like, I'd already kind of woken up a time or two or like before that and just kind of like, man, it's hot in here, you know? It's like, whatever. 6:30, I woke up like dripping in sweat. And I'm just like, I'm done. I'm done with this. I'm tired of this, Grandpa. I'm not doing this anymore. And so I didn't. I was like, nope, opening the window. It's time. So yeah. You keep dreaming that you're playing Minecraft, Tomcat. You need, okay. That's how you know you've been playing a lot of Minecraft. Oh man, that's how you know you've been playing too much Minecraft. Just saying. Wow. I lay awake and think of like builds and stuff in Minecraft. I definitely do that. Definitely do that. So I've been thinking a lot about this train station, so I just don't know the mechanical guts of it. Like, how complicated do I actually want to make it, basically? But we'll see. Right, might as well start hauling water again. That's that guy's full-time job after all, so. You betcha. You'll be lurking while you work. Well, I appreciate the lurking while you work. Well, I was gonna, nope, you're lurking. Hope you have a good day at work. While you're lurking. You betcha. Alright, so let's go run a load. I don't know if this stuff's even going to be worth anything, but it doesn't really matter. We're doing this for funsies sake, I believe, or something like that. Mostly just because it's different. That's really the reason I'm even messing with this in the first place. So, oh, buddy's trying to repair, isn't he? The slurry guy. Big slurry guy trying to. Well, we'll just move this. We need to have a auction on the farm, chat. Bunch of crap I don't need anymore. Well, I need that, and I'm curious to try that out. So we'll see. We got equipment sitting everywhere again. It's not good, chat. Not good. Destroys any Alice Chalmers that he touches. What? What would give you that idea? I saved an Alice Chalmers from going to the junkyard. Actually, 2 of them now I've saved. I mean, the one's still a pile of junk, but you know what I mean. Yeah, I'll just put it on distributing. But yeah, no, I've saved Alice's from the junkyard. Okay, that one, our B, we completely rebuilt the engine on it, part of the transmission, and she's a beaut now. I mean, it runs pretty good. Yeah. Could maybe use a little carburetor work, but for the most part, it's pretty good, pretty solid. It does have a slight fuel leak and a slight radiator leak, but you know, the tractor's from 1947. It's gonna have a few leaks, you know. Just saying. You know, little drip here, little drip there. It's not a big deal, honestly. All right, so that trailer load of sap really wasn't worth much, so I'm not going to sell any more of it. We'll just leave it on. We got it on distributing. We'll just leave it on that now. And we'll bring this back down here for hauling more firewood when it's time, y'all. And then, of course, we'll have syrup to sell at some point, so that'll be good as well. Destroys Alice Chalmers. Speaking of destroying things, chat, we put our the side-by-side back together yesterday, and for those of you that aren't caught up on this, our side-by-side makes a terrible noise. Something in the drive train, right? And we took off one wheel, and we found there were some seals that were looking kind of bad for the wheel bearing, and but that's not making our clunk. I mean, it's an aggressive noise when it happens, right? So we put new seals in there in the wheel bearing, and like Pops was like, all right, we'll put it back together, you know. And he'll fully admit he knows that we did not find the issue, but he's like, nope, we're putting it back together. Okay, Pops, whatever, right? We kind of have argued about this a little bit. Not really argued, but just like, I don't think that's the way we should go. And he's like, that's the way we're going. So that's the way we went, you know? And, so we put the thing back together today or yesterday, and, we took it out for a little drive. We didn't put the bed on it. So it's just a side by side with no bed. It looks really goofy right now. And, we go for a little drive, and we're driving around the yard at the farm. And for the first like 3 minutes, it was fine. And then after that, oh my God, it's like somebody's hitting somewhere in the drivetrain with a sledgehammer. That might be Jeff. I don't know. I'm not sure. So the only thing we can figure out from like without ripping the entire thing apart is the drive shaft. Okay, you have your transmission on that thing, and it has a drive shaft that comes out the back that goes to the rear end, and it has a drive shaft that goes out the front that goes to the front, for lack of a better term, differential, right? And that's where your four-wheel drive turns on and off, is up front. So that drive shaft going forward, if you're moving, that drive shaft's spinning. I think that's where it is, because when we actually put it up on jack stands yesterday, or up on the jack, and we were running it while it was up on the jack, which I know is super safe. And, you know, when you're kind of standing there, like, and it would make the pop noise, it would kind of sound like it was kind of from that side, you know? So there is a U-joint that's there's a little bit of a, yeah, there is a U-joint that's kind of like a little bit woobly, but I don't know what a U-joint sounds like when it goes bad. But it's literally like, it's fine, and then somebody smacks something with a sledgehammer, and then it's fine again, and then somebody smacks something with a sledgehammer, is what it sounds like. So I don't know. To me, it's almost like the shaft that comes out going forward, because obviously there would be gears inside there and bearings. So I kind of think the next step might be to drain the oil in the transmission and see what it looks like, or try to take that U-joint out and then just run it without four-wheel drive. So big thing. So it's bad though. It's really bad. There's one U-joint with a tiny bit of play. Yeah, the other U-joint that goes to the rear end, that one's pretty good. But that one that goes to the front, there's a little bit of play there. So I'm betting that's what it is. I should ask Tim the tool man. He put a 357 small block in it. You know, in a little side by side. That's what he would do. He put an 18 speed, you know, Eaton Fuller in it. It's a transmission, by the way. That got on the semi truck, you know. I was actually kind of thinking, I don't have one of those like thermal cameras, but if I had a thermal camera, I wonder if you could see something getting hot. And I don't really want to buy one of them thermal cameras because they're kind of not cheap. If it was like $50, I probably would have bought it yesterday, but they're like 150. So, well, yeah, it has to be not like when you go from neutral to drive, but while it's spinning, Kimmy. And it's not just like when you just get into the power or when you're just starting to take off. No, it's just like it randomly, you'll just be out driving at say whatever miles an hour, and it just randomly makes the noise. It's not like when you get into the power or when you get out of the power. It's just, you're just driving. It's kind of weird. So, yeah, I just want to start ripping and tearing. The dad won't let me. But yeah. If it were up to me yesterday, both tires would have come off. Both hubs would come off. The drive shafts would come out of the back. The transfer. No, it's not really a transfer case. The rear end probably would have come out. Because you got to take all that out to get to the transmission. So, yeah. It's kind of a thing. And as far as parts, their parts are pretty good. He ordered seals on like a Saturday. They were here on a Tuesday. So their parts aren't terrible, like shipping wise. They come out of Texas. So, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird. Could have a broken camshaft, like in the engine. Wouldn't that not run very well if it was a camshaft? I don't think that would, it runs fine. You could let it sit there and idle for 3 days if you wanted to. It runs great. Yeah. Mr. Matic could be, yeah. Yeah, I'm just afraid, you know, my thing is like, I don't know. I just want to find the problem, you know? That's really where I'm at with it. I just want to find the problem and fix it. So yeah. That's where I'm at with the whole thing. Does it have a slip? Technically, I think on that drive shaft it does, Jeff. Yeah, because there's a grease fitting on that yoke right there. You got, I guess you call, yeah, so I'll call that a slip yoke, I guess, and then it goes right to a U-joint, and then that's what goes forward to the front differential type doodad for the 4-wheel drive. I wonder if we could pop that, just get that whole shaft out of there. Just like disconnect it on the front end, disconnect it on from the transmission, and see what happens. So yeah, I wanted to mess with it more yesterday, but the exhaust is right next to that drive shaft, like right next to that U-joint. And after we ran it for half an hour, I was like, I'm not touching that. That's gonna be hot. The exhaust, you know. So we'll have to mess with it more Sunday, I guess. That'd be our next time down there to mess with it. So I don't know. I just want to fix the darn thing because right now, like, it just really sucks because like you want to use it for so many things, and then you're just like, well, I can't. Missing teeth on the gears, possibly, yeah. Which the yoke side's not bad. The drive shaft side, if it's messed up, that's gonna suck because then you got to take transmission apart. Which honestly, I'm not scared of it. I'm here for the challenge. You know, because Dad even said yesterday, he's like, you don't just take stuff apart to put it back together. And I said, but like when I was a kid, dude, I was the kid taking apart VCRs on the weekly just to put them back together. I was that kid. I used to do that stuff all the time. So yeah, I used to do that stuff all the time. Just take stuff apart to put it back together. And I know it's, you know, a little bit different now, but it's kind of the same thing if you stop and think about it, you know. All right, so Chad, I've just put all of our equipment away, or not all of it, but I gotta plant corn. I just realized that I gotta plant corn because it's corn. All right, you go haul slurry from there. Apparently the cows or the pigs are empty, so that's good. So I guess we'll just immediately. Oh, I forgot. Wait, why is this tractor here? Kind of a weird place to send the tractor. That's all right. Gearbox. Yeah. See, I guess what led us to more of like the rear end was we kind of thought it was more. After listening to it yesterday, it's definitely what do you say, farther forward in the drive train, if you will. Man, I got tractors sitting everywhere, Chad. I gotta quit buying tractors. I have so many, which obviously never enough, but anyway, let's get a corn planter out, shall we, chat? Actually, all three of them. Let's do it. All right. Well, and I would think too, if it's that like slip yoke or whatever you want to call that, I would think if it's gonna. Now, see, I don't know though, because it happens when it's in two-wheel drive too. So there's no load on that drive shaft, right? The going forward, there's no load on it, but it still happens. I don't know. I'm not a side-by-side mechanic. All right. You want to rip apart an Aaron's 21-inch lawnmower from like the early 2000s? Man, I can tear that thing apart in my sleep. But side-by-sides, I'm kind of new with that. So, kind of new with that whole game. Since this is our first one we've ever had, so there's that. But hopefully we'll figure some more stuff out on it Sunday. If nothing else, there's like a, I don't know what you even call that. Like maybe kind of like a sway bar almost. And it's got these like ball joints kind of that, you know, back up the linkage. And I found yesterday that like there's 4, 2 per side. And out of the 4, 3 of them were the nuts were about to fall off. And it's like, come on, we can't have anything nice here. So I tightened that all up. That was good to get. The one was so loose I could like spin the nut by hand. Like, it was so loose. It was very bad. So I definitely got that fixed up yesterday. That's all right. We actually were barely at the farm yesterday because we got a phone call that you know, somebody needed help with something, so we had to leave the farm, and I'll meet somebody at Home Depot to help with stuff. So, you know, when you have a truck, suddenly you become the guy with the truck. You know, like we were telling Tony. You know, when he got his truck, it's like, oh, you're the guy with the truck. So now you're going to have to help people move. And, well, you know, when somebody was buying some 12-foot 1x6s yesterday for a project, and their little SUV they can't haul 12-foot lumber in it. So we were the guys with the truck yesterday and had to go help. That's why we had to go to the Home Depot. Just saying. 12-foot 1x6 cedar. They were cedar. It was kind of wild. So yeah, kind of wild. And they didn't have enough for said project, so Pops is actually going to go to a different Home Depot later today and meet that person again. So yeah. And I said, oh man, I have to work tomorrow. I can't help. I did actually say that for the record. Cedar's popular. Yeah, well, it doesn't rot, you know. Cedar, so this is for the project this person's doing is like their front pillars on their house that hold up like the roof line, you know, like they have kind of an overhang. And they had cedar on them before, but it was like really getting old. You know, cedar doesn't rot very fast anyway. Like it'll rot eventually, but So they were just basically taking the old seeder off, putting new seeder on, and then they're gonna have it. I think there's gonna be some stain involved or something. I'm not 100% sure on the whole project, to be honest. I'm kind of staying out of it, but like we were the guys with the truck yesterday, so we got to help with that part. So the rest of the project, I'm not involved with. So I don't know exactly what their plans are. All right, Kimmy, enjoy your nap. We'll catch you later. Kimmy's gonna go dream about chicken jockeys. Oh man. Oh, that's right. Remember there was a tornado came through this shed the other day, chat. Kind of forgot about that. Whoopsie. Hi, it's me, Chad. I'm the tornado. Hi, it's me. I'm proud of it's me. Oh, good news, by the way, chat. Real fast before we hook up to this. I did finally remember to add that hitch thing that I guess Matt used on his stream. Jeff saw it, let me know about it. This thing right here. I haven't actually used it yet, but there it is. So it goes on your 3-point hitch and then basically gives you a drawbar back. So for a lot of this stuff to turn with these European tractors, it doesn't work the best. So hopefully if we can catch one on sale, which I'll probably have to fast time before it would think about being on sale. But I would pick one up. I would like it for the loading wagons, if nothing else. Although I'm not sure what's the 3-point or what's the PTO look like going through that hitch thing. I bet that looks kind of goofy, but I'd probably run it anyway, to be honest. But for stuff like the loading wagons, they would really help because it puts the pivot point behind the back of the tires. That's one of the big things with that new John Deere quad that they added. It actually has an American hitch, so it actually is like back where it should be. See, even this, like my pivot point was back a little farther, it'd just be nice, you know? So we'll have to pick one up on sale. Or can we cheat and break the rules, chat? And just, you know, I could just lease one. You know what? Let's lease one. Let's not break the rules. Let's lease one, though. Because, you know, like with the loading wagon, when you turn sharp, and like your tractor starts to like, because it hits, it shouldn't do that anymore with that hitch. Shouldn't. So, it'd be kind of nice. The Kinsey planner, yes. Yes. It added so much turning. All right, I'm on my way to the shop. I'll lease one. Yeah, the Kinsey planner. See, what's really annoyed. Yeah, it's just that we don't have any like American. Yeah. And it's not really the planner's fault, to be honest. It's the tractors. Because if you put that thing on the new John Deere quad, because the hitch actually sticks out like it would on an American tractor, it's great. Yeah, it's the actual tradders. Because apparently we don't get any American stuff in this game, which that's not shocking, right? It's really not, but that's all right. It happens. All right, we need to clean this shop up again, chat. We need to clean the shop up again. So it's a whopping $1,500. That's not bad. We'll lease it though, so we're not breaking our rules, chat. Breaking the law. We actually made something that looks pretty similar to this for moving trailers with our 995, our tractor. We made a 3-point hitch trailer ball adapter that is pretty similar. Ours just has a bar that goes across and then 2 pieces of angle iron welded to it to come up for the top link. And then what's that have for the... I think it's a piece of square tubing or something laid on there. Something like that. It's pretty sweet though. It's moved a lot for us. That is for sure. Oh my, this is gonna be great. See, now we're limited by the tractor turning. I think, well, we could be hitting right here. Oh, that's gonna be fantastic, honestly. That's great. It's kind of goofy looking, but whatever. I don't really care. I don't really care. Let's go. For testing. Yeah, for science. But here, if you really want to see the science, hang on. Hold up. Wait a minute. We have a loading wagon sitting there at the shop. And that's like one of the things I have the most problems with on this game, turning wise. On any of these Euro tractors. So let's see what that does. Need to just wrecking ball that out of the way real quick. I really need to clean up the shop. Oh, wait, you can't hook up to it? No. No. Is it because it needs a 3-point hit or a PTO? No. I'm so sad. That sucks. Rideable sign mod? I don't know of any rideable signs, no. Trashy Monkey 96. How are you? That's a Twitch name. I'm here for it. Oh, that sucks. So I guess it's anything with a 3-point or a PTO it can't hook up to. Or is it the pin hitch? Oh. That's dumb. I want it to hook up. Yeah, see, those use like the almost like a trailer ball. Not a pin hitch. Okay, so it's a pin. That's dumb. Need another adapter. Just saying. Guess I'm gonna have to make it so it hooks up to anything. Probably, Jeff, yeah. Yeah, see, this would be more of an American style hitch with the pin. And not so much the Euro like trailer ball style. Dang it. So it's great in theory. It's great in theory, but not for everything, huh? Enjoyed life picking up trash Manuna for 9 years. Holy cow. Hey, we appreciate our trash men around here, you know. Sorry, trash people. Wait, that sounds wrong. Hang on. I appreciate trashy, but no, that's wrong too. Thanks for what you do. Without you, the world would be a far trashier place, you know? Like, low-key, for real. Oh, man. There might have been a, there was a, some couches that got thrown away by the neighbor yesterday. And, I thought they would send out like a different truck. He had to like call the company and like schedule a large pickup, you know? And, Wait, why am I able to go? Wait, chat. No. Why am I going so fast? No. No, this is not okay. That's not, no, that's not okay. Not at all. Oh, righty. I don't like this mod. I don't like it. I don't like it. How fast am I supposed to be going? I'll just set our cruise control. It's fine. 12. All right. There we go. That's what we'll do. We'll just have to set our cruise control because I guess because it's not hooked to the tractor doesn't know what we're pulling, so yeah, it's only supposed to be 12. It's because of that hitch. That's wild. No, I'm not using any of that Colossus stuff. No. No, it's not the tractor. It's the, it's because of that hitch. The tractor doesn't know what it's pulling, I guess. I forgot to buy the extended wire harness to, you know, hook up to the tractor. Oh, goodness. That was kind of wild, though. We could plan it, like, mock Jesus, you know? We can plan as fast as we want. That's, yeah. All right, so this thing's got 2 strikes against it as far as I'm concerned. 1, the speed, and 2, the not being able to hook up to, you know, probably half the things in this game. So that's 2 marks against it. Probably just won't run the thing, honestly. Because really the big thing I wanted it for was loading wagons. And since it doesn't hook up to a loading wagon, I don't know that I need it, you know? But anyway, some couches were picked up yesterday, and I thought they sent out a special truck for those. Nah, buddy just put them in, like, the thing on the front of the truck and then, like, lifted them up and threw them in the regular truck. I was like, what the heck, man? Crazy. Crazy. It was pretty wild, though. Not gonna lie. I'm indifferent on that, Spiral. I don't care. I don't like a map like No Man's Land where I have to do everything. But if there's a map that has, you know, like say a Stevie map where he has those nice like gravel lots around, where you can put productions, I don't mind, you know, doing some of that. But a map where I have to do everything, I don't like that, no. So like, you know, No Man's Land. But yeah. You betcha. Oh. Couches. Everything can fit just perfect. Nice, nice, yeah. Yeah, we don't have the with the people on the back of the trucks anymore. We don't do that here. Around here it's the bucket thing on the front, and then we all have those like 96-gallon rolling cans, trash recycling, and then some people have yard waste too. So that's all that they do around here. So most of the time around here, the drivers don't even get out of the trucks, which that's fine. You know, it's good. A lot more efficient that way, I feel like. Well, yeah. It's kind of wild. Yeah, I think our thing around here is like you can have large items as long as you have to call it in. And you're only allowed so many a year, I think, is what it is. So, like, Buddy used 2 yesterday for his couches, so. Yeah. You drive the one with the bucket, you always get out. Oh, really? Nice. I remember back in the day here, yeah, you had the 1 or 2 guys hanging on the back of the truck, and they'd have to, you know, lift every can. Of course, we didn't have the big cans back then. We just had like your regular little trash can you could buy at Lowe's or whatever, you know. But now, yeah, we all have the, that was quite an ordeal, actually. That's happened, that was a long time ago now. Probably 10 years ago or better, when they rolled those out for the entire city. That was a big deal. That was quite the undertaking to roll those 96 gallon cans out for the whole city. Yeah, that was quite an ordeal. So yeah. You throw them like a gorilla. Oh, you don't lift them, you throw them like a gorilla? Okay, fair play. Take out some frustrations, huh? Like, God, Betty always puts 2 cans out, you know? Just like that, right? God, when I was a kid, man, of course, when I was a kid, we didn't have recycling here. And then we just had like those, you know, like I said, those regular cans you could buy at like Lowe's or Depot or whatever. I can remember putting like 6 of those things at the curb every week. We actually used to get twice a week trash service. Yeah. Free therapy and free workout. Fair play. Yeah, I can remember back in the day, we used to get twice a week trash pickup. It was a long time ago. And then they're like, oh, we're going to once a week, but we're going to give you recycling. So that was kind of interesting. And then they gave everybody this little tiny bin for recycling. It's like, it's not enough at all. So I think we ended up getting, we had our recycle bin and we had this like can too from the company so we could have enough room. I don't know whatever happened to that stuff. I guess they took it back. I don't know. Not sure. But it's kind of weird now to think about, like, there was a time where we just didn't have recycling and everything went to the landfill. I mean, most of it probably still goes to landfill, but, you know, it's the thought that counts, right? I think I'm doing a good thing when I put recycling in the recycle can, so that's all that matters. Just saying, how much of it actually gets recycled, I don't know, but it's fine. It's the thought that counts, I promise. The thought that counts. That's all right. Then actually, I know there's a neighboring town, and they had recycling forever, but you bought these bags from the city. And then you put your recycling in the bag inside of your trash can. So they would like get their trash picked up and it would take the recycling at the same time. Kind of weird. 99.9 goes to the landfill. Could be, yeah. Not all plastics. Yeah. Yeah, number, what is it, like number 6? You can't, I think. I know for sure that one. I don't know, this day and age with all the Amazon that, you know, I'm guilty of, and my brother too. Like, I don't go to stores to shop. I just go on Amazon. So a lot of cardboard. Lots of cardboard. Yeah, we get a lot of cardboard here at the house. So, you know, you get out your little cardboard deconstructor, if you will, and you make it fit in the can, and away you go. They do that a lot around here. But that's okay. It's all good. Actually, Dad and I were at the farm yesterday, and we were talking about, we were having trouble with some grease fittings on that side by side. And so I got on Amazon and I was like, look, I can get a whole kit of grease fittings for like 20 bucks. Document on Amazon returns. And so I ended up getting an entire set of grease fittings because for some reason, you know, occasionally at the farm, we're like, oh man, I need a new grease fitting for something. And we don't keep grease fittings. It's like, okay, this is dumb. So yesterday I ordered like this whole assortment of grease fittings. It's so good. And so I ordered it yesterday afternoon. It was here last night. So gotta love Amazon, you know. Grease fittings, is that like a brand? I went with the Amazon special ones. I don't know what brand they are. But, you know, occasionally you break a grease fitting or something weird, or they just get rusty. Like there's, you know, and you're dealing with a bunch of old junk like I am usually. Sometimes you need a new grease fitting. Yeah, Jeff, sometimes the boxes get a little out of hand. But I don't like when they don't overbox something at the same time. So like if I order, I don't even know. Like if I order a monitor, I understand that doesn't come like overboxed, but I get nervous about that, you know? Because usually that doesn't come like on an Amazon truck. Like last time I think I ordered a monitor, it came like from the postal service. And it's not overboxed. They just slap the label right on there, and I'm like, eh. But if you overbox a monitor, that's a huge box, you know. So I understand why they wouldn't want to, but kind of makes me nervous a little bit, you know, when I'm sitting on the front porch, like, say to all the neighbors, hey, look at that. But that's why we have cameras, and we get our Amazon packages in usually pretty quick, so. Thankfully, we've never had an issue. I knocked on wood, by the way. Just for the record. Oh, that was the other thing. I ordered a carburetor yesterday, too. I have a leaf blower. It's a BG55 steel leaf blower. And I don't know, for a long time it's had some, it runs good, but like it could run better kind of thing. And so the other day I said something about it to Pops, and I didn't even say anything about it. He wanted to give it like a winter, you know, service, you know, air filter, spark plug, air filter, like that kind of fuel filter, that kind of stuff, right? And I think it was Tuesday. He was at the farm. He comes home Tuesday night and he goes, hey, I got you a number for an Amazon link to buy. And I was like, okay. So I pull it up and it's a carburetor for that blower. And I was like, well, what's wrong with it? And he goes, we're just going to replace it. And I was like, okay. And a bunch of those carburetors now, you can go on Amazon and buy like, you know, straight up Chinese knockoffs, instead of going to, say, a steel dealer and paying way too much money. I think the carburetor was $15. And it's the carburetor and like extra purge, basically a primer bulb. It's not a primer, but same difference. It's not, I know. It comes with air filter, spark plug, fuel filter, all the gaskets you need. Comes with everything. And it's like $15 for the whole shebang. And it's like, if I were to go to a lawn and garden shop nowadays, that would be like probably $45 or $50, you know? And because the prices on lawn equipment parts has gotten out of hand around here anyway. Ever since like Pops retired, kind of, because, you know, when Pops was buying parts when he was still working, obviously he was getting them at like cost plus a little bit. And now he doesn't have that luxury. Brother can still get us some stuff, but like where brother works, their prices have gone through the roof. And so it's like, yeah, we'll just get the Chinese knockoff, you know? So yeah. That's how much it costs to get one for the log splitter. I gotcha. Yeah, so I think I ordered it yesterday or whatever. It's here too though. It came with everything. It was wild how much stuff it actually came with. And it's like, being a lawn and garden shop, it would be a nightmare to try to compete with like, you know, Amazon or whatever. Oh, so that grease fitting thing, it's 240 pieces, by the way. I'll have enough grease fittings to last my entire life, probably. I'll never need another grease fitting. And it comes with ones that are straight, 45 and 90 degree as well. So like we'll be set, man. Somebody will get to inherit grease fittings someday for me, you know. Okay, so it comes, yeah, it's the carburetor, spark plug, fuel filter, gaskets you need, oh, new fuel line, air filter, and a couple extra primer balls too, which is not actually a primer on that thing, it's a purge, but anyway. That's crazy for like $50. Why would I go to a local dealer when I could just do that? I know there is a thing about like supporting local, I understand that, but to a point. Just saying. All right. And drop it like it's hot. See, back in the day when Dad was working, and Dad was kind of in charge of like what they charged for parts and stuff, right? Because that was kind of Dad's thing. And they were always fairly reasonable on parts because they sold a lot. So like they made money on volume. You know, when you're buying parts from a company and you're doing like, you know, a couple $100,000 a year in parts, you're making money just on volume. And, you know, happy customer's a happy customer. It's good to have happy customers. And then when they sold the business out, and Dad was still working for him for a little bit, but they came in and basically threw out everything and raised prices. Some of the stuff was like triple. It's triple the price now than what it was before. And the guys, and they like threw out like any aftermarket stuff, which was kind of weird. And they only wanted to sell OEM, but that's not what the market is. Like aftermarket stuff is a lot of it's perfectly fine. And, you know, it's a whole lot cheaper and guys are happy to buy it. When you go to only sell an OEM and it's 3 times the price, well, guys are going to go somewhere else. And now the where Dad used to work, the new guys, the new owners, they're like, yeah, we don't sell any parts. I wonder why. You know, you're trying to sell OEM stuff, and that's not what these commercial cutters want. Commercial cutters want that aftermarket stuff. They want the cheaper thing. And in most cases, the cheaper thing is completely fine. Absolutely completely fine. Like I've used aftermarket blades and filters and stuff on my equipment forever. I don't use OEM anything. And never had an issue, so yeah, it was kind of funny. And now they're like, yeah, we don't sell any parts, we only sell equipment. It's like, well, here's your sign, buddy. You done ran off all your customers. And actually there was one day Dad and I were talking to one of his old customers, and he goes, yeah, I really like the guys that, you know, bought the shop and stuff. He goes, but I can't walk in there and buy that stuff. It's just too expensive. He's like, I can't run a business doing that, you know? And I think he was talking about just on oil alone. He went to a different like distributor for oil, and he was going to save like $10,000 a year just on oil. So Crazy. Just the filters are $15 branded, if not more. Oh, it's probably more than that. Yeah. Especially these guys. But yeah, to save like $10,000 a year as a commercial cutter just on oil, you can't argue with the guy. You know, you're just like, I understand. I completely understand. So yeah, you can't blame them. And it was kind of interesting talking to that guy one day. And he runs a good sized company too. Like he's got a lot of guys out mowing grass every day. All summer doing landscaping. He does it all. Really decent sized company actually. So it's kind of fun to hear his like insight as a customer, you know. Kind of interesting. Sometimes the aftermarket's made by the same company. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I know like years ago, Dad was selling these aftermarket belts. And they were having fits with those aftermarket belts. But the aftermarket company stepped up and they took care of it. You know, they actually, I think they changed who they bought their belts from. Like they changed manufacturers or something. And to make their product better, you know, and it's like, that's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, that aftermarket stuff in the lawn care world anyway, a lot of that aftermarket stuff's totally fine. Stens is one of the big names in the aftermarket stuff, or Oregon. Oregon makes a lot of blades and stuff. They're totally fine. I've been running Oregon blades on my zero turns for at least 10 years now, and they're fine. So yeah, totally fine. Rebuilds. Paid a half of what it costs to go local, yeah. Yep. And you know, it's funny over the years too, like Dad would always complain to First Time because back in the day, you know, Dad was in charge of parts, and then First Time it was kind of his thing where they used to work because they used to work together. And Dad would always say, we need to, you know, turn up your price a little bit, and First Time never wanted to do it. Well, now that Dad's retired and not involved, and First Time has different bosses, he's not really up to First Time. Dad's like, God, your prices are outrageous. It's kind of funny though, to be honest, the way it all shook out, you know, in the end. So yeah, if we need something, for the most part, I mean, we'll still like call it First Time and say, hey, we need this part, like, or like, let us know how much this part is. And then our Dad can still go in and like look it up too. And different stuff, but yeah, for some of that stuff, it's just, we're gonna go online. And I hate to do it because I mean, the guy that bought where Dad used to work, like, he's a nice enough guy. Well, he is. There's two guys involved. The one guy is a slimy greaseball. Like, he should be a used car salesman. He's that kind of, you know. But the other guy's a really nice guy, so I don't have a problem with him. But the other one, he's a slime ball. Yeah. But anyway, that's all I got to say about that. But yeah, it's crazy how cheap some of that stuff is online. But that's okay. It is what it is. And see, the other thing, you know, back in the day, Dad never really cared. He's like, well, it's whatever price online. And he's like, I don't care. If a customer needs it today, we have it today. You know, that was always Dad's kind of thing. Like, we don't need to compete with online prices because we have it. And when you had these big commercial guys, you know, back in the day anyway, they didn't want to wait. They wanted it now. Times have changed now, but back then it was, no, we want it now. We don't want to wait 3 days or whatever, you know. But they also had loyal customers back then too. because they kept their prices pretty okay enough, right? I mean, they were higher than online, but they were okay, and you know, the guys had loyalty and were willing to pay it. But now, with the prices they have now that have tripled, no, can't blame the guys for shopping online now. That's for sure. I don't, if I was running a lawn care business, I don't think I would deal with triple high prices. No thanks. No, thank you. I'll see you when I need a piece of equipment, but otherwise I'm out, you know, kind of thing. Like, nah. What's crazy is too, they're kind of like they're really good on their like equipment prices. They kind of give equipment away, but parts for some reason, man, they stick it to you. Which is kind of weird, if you ask me. Kinda weird. All right, so I guess, chat, we're planting everything in corn again. It's kind of what we do these days. We kind of just plant everything in corn. I still don't own a corn head. So that's a problem. And is today the day we buy more fields, chat? I don't know. Maybe. What do y'all think? We have some money. I think we'll have pigs here in another couple months. Always run out while in the middle of a job. Yeah. Yeah, we buy pre-mixed fuel for 2-cycle stuff. We buy that local. We buy it from First Time. Yeah. And then I guess if we were going to do trimmer line, we'd probably go there and buy some trimmer line, but yeah. But like that carburetor for that blower, no. I don't even want to know I should actually ask First Time what that would be. I bet it'd be at least $50, if not more.